This week in the All-World Wrestling League, we'll see a man on a mission, the fire thrower, Harker Dirge. Also, Mr. What's My Name, Whipdog Johnson in action, as well as a special challenge involving Randy West. AWWL All-World Wrestling League, and we are underway in a big way this week with Harker Dirge, the man who shocked so many people recently by throwing fire in the face of Rick Ragnarok. Harker Dirge, it is readily apparent that the fans approve wholeheartedly of his recent tactics, burning Rick Ragnarok and letting the world know that he intends to burn any opponent who crosses his path, one way or the other, whether it be burning them with wrestling moves or whether it be burning them with fire produced from the fingertips. Dirge intimidating the Memphis spoiler right away, letting him know what very well might be in store for him this week in the All-World Wrestling League. Two men tie up, stalemate. Harker Dirge testing to balance the strength of the Memphis spoiler, a man that we don't know one thing about. Reaches over, top wrist lock by Dirge, spoiler unable to escape the maneuver, heads for the ropes. Dirge with a clean break there, but I suspect that will be the last legal maneuver we'll see in this match. Harker Dirge not known for his fair play. Go behind, schoolboy roll up, 2 count. Dirge releases the hold. Spoiler getting frustrated now. Going for a punch, Dirge ducks. Left jabs by Harker Dirge and a big right hand. Takes the spoiler straight down to the mat. Spoiler looking, can't find an escape. Harker Dirge with a nice leg takedown. And he is just chopping away at the limb of Memphis spoiler. Harker Dirge with a leg breaker. Dirge exhibiting that he can fight and wrestle with the best of them. And I said at the top of the show, Harker Dirge is a man on a mission. Harker Dirge has entered into the tournament, the historic tournament, to crown the first United States Heavyweight Wrestling Champion in over 20 years. That's right, Big Time Wrestling, All-World Wrestling League, United States Heavyweight Championship on the line. Harker Dirge in the tournament, also involving Whipdog Johnson, 6'9" Onyx, and AWWL champion Rastakhan. Dirge with the Oriental Spike to the throw to Memphis spoiler, who again reaches the ropes. Ooh, hard chop to the back. Dirge pounding away at the Memphis spoiler, and he is using this match as a warm-up for that prestigious championship tournament coming up. That match will be available on pay-per-view as the AWWL presents Burning Desire, Saturday, May 5th. Internet pay-per-view, check GFL.TV, Go Fight Live. Dirge shoots the Memphis spoiler across, follows in with an avalanche elbow, hits the opposite side. The spoiler out of the way. Oh, spoiler with a chop to the throat. He's taking advantage of that miscue by Harker Dirge. Vertical suplex. Dirge down, but not even close. Memphis spoiler figured as soon as he got Harker Dirge down, he better go for a cover because it's rare that a rookie gets Harker Dirge on the mat. Memphis spoiler, a large, powerful wrestler, was able to do so, but not even able to get a 1 count. Now he's going to try to take the steam out of Harker Dirge with a choke over that top rope. The fans want to see Harker Dirge burn the house down, and they want to see Memphis spoiler used as the firewood. No effect in the turnbuckle. Harker Dirge sends spoiler to the turnbuckle, and that has an effect. And he is rocking the masked man. Spoiler to the eyes. Spoiler has his man to the center of the ring now, and a gut-wrench suplex. Just a 2 count there by the referee. Harker Dirge rolls up. Dirge, vicious, going for the throat at the first opening. With a man like Harker Dirge, you have to stay right on top the entire match, or you're going to find yourself the victim of a dirt nap. What a hard body slam by the spoiler. The fans encouraging Dirge to come back, and he does. A chin buster by Harker Dirge has his man in a side headlock, shoots across in a bulldog. And that may have taken the rest of the gasoline out of the tank of Memphis spoiler. Harker Dirge feeling the momentum now. Harker Dirge grabbing his man, taking the advantage. Knee lift by Dirge. Dirge has him in the corner. Now he's going to let the fans know that he hears them chanting his name. He hears them chanting burn. And he hears them encouraging him to put this man away. Punch after punch, and he signals that the end is near. Memphis spoiler may have nowhere he can go, but all the way across the ring, and there it is, the dirt nap. Harker Dirge catching him in that dirt nap sleeper that he uses as a setup too. Right there, the thumb spike. And that usually signals the end. Harker Dirge, your winner. Take a look at that powerful thumb to the throat. Spoiler with nowhere to go. Stun doesn't know where Dirge is, but Dirge finds him right in the middle of the ring for the 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute, live action now. Harker Dirge is sitting, stalking, looking for something. There it is right there! The fireball by Harker Dirge! Memphis spoiler has been burned by Harker Dirge, the man of no mercy, lighting up all of his opponents here in the All-World Wrestling League.
This is the anonymous Mr. X, and I come to you right now to let everybody out there in AWWL TV land to know this. I am here. It is time. It is a new year. Do you realize that it is time to make a statement in the AWWL? I am the smallest person on this roster, and I have the biggest point to prove. And I am tired of being looked over like some My Little Pony on a string. It's time I get some respect. It don't matter what day, what time. It doesn't matter. Just bring it in the middle of the ring. I'm there with the fans, the thousands and thousands of AWWL fans out there. You see, when it comes to being anonymous, you just don't know. I am the epitome of being anonymous. You see, we all wear masks, metaphorically speaking. Now get that camera off my face.
When you look at me, you're gonna notice a few things that set me apart from everybody else back there. First of all, just look at me. No one looks like me. I am the most ruggedly attractive and charismatic stranger right now. You'll get to know me real soon. Superstar in this locker room and in that ring. Second of all, you will not see another wrestler with someone like this by their side. This is Catherine. She'll be by my side when I'm competing in the ring. So, get used to that.
What's my name? What's my name? What's my name?
AWWL Original Big Time Wrestling. We are back with Mr. What's My Name, Whipdog Johnson. Whipdog Johnson, former champion, one of the all-time favorites here in the All-World Wrestling League. Irish Assassin, the opponent this week. This is another man we've not seen before in the AWWL. AWWL, original big-time wrestling, becoming a hotbed for professional wrestling, and all of the competitors want to come here and prove themselves. We have an open-door policy here in the AWWL, and if they think they have what it takes, we'll put them in the ring with the likes of Harker Dirge, with the likes of Whipdog Johnson, and we'll see what they have. The two men tie up two super heavyweights here. The Irish Assassin goes behind. And then he just kind of stumbles over Whipdog Johnson. That's not a very good follow-up there by the Irish Assassin. He's just gonna get under the skin of Whipdog Johnson, and we've seen many a men make that mistake in the past. Whipdog comes to the ring having fun. He seems like a jovial big man, but when you get under his skin, you will pay the price. Irish with a headlock now. Switches around into a hammerlock. Whipdog Johnson looking for a way out, but the Assassin, rather arrogantly, lets go of the hold. Now, he's got the attention of Whipdog Johnson now. The headband comes off. The time to play has ended. Whipdog just might show him a thing or two about how it's done Detroit style. Both men tie up. Assassin grabs a headlock again, trying to take Whipdog over. Whipdog with the power advantage, resisting that, lifts the big man up and deposits him with a belly-to-back suplex. Almost right through the mat. Whipdog with a running clothesline. Assassin up and Assassin back down on the mat after another clothesline. He's looking to escape, goes the wrong way, and runs into a boot by Whipdog Johnson. Whipdog Johnson, another man entered in that United States Heavyweight Wrestling Championship Tournament coming up. Burning Desire live on Internet Pay-Per-View. GFL.TV. Go Fight Live and the All-World Wrestling League bring you the historic championship, 20 years in the making. A tribute to the original Sheik himself. Burning Desire, May 5th on Pay-Per-View. Irish now with the arm lock. He tried the go behind, he tried the headlock. Now he's going to try the left wrist of Whipdog Johnson, see if he can find a weak spot. But Whipdog Johnson just says, there you go, Irish. That's for being so cocky earlier. There's another cocky slap by Whipdog Johnson. You wanted his attention, Irish. You got it. Oh my gosh, Whipdog with a body slam. Hits the ropes opposite side and boom, down with the leg drop. Whipdog using Irish Assassin here to get tuned up for that championship tournament. Also involving AWWL Heavyweight Champion Rusticon and 6'9" Onyx, as well as Harker Dirge, who we saw earlier. All four men among the most dangerous wrestlers in all of professional wrestling, vying for the most prestigious championship. The one that is absolutely legendary, the one that sold out Cobo Hall so many times. The United States Championship, Whipdog Johnson with a sidewalk slam on the Irish. 1, 2, whoa. Hard to tell there. Did Whipdog Johnson let the man up or did the man kick out? Either way, only a 2 count. Whipdog now showing his weapon, his most potent weapon, the choke slam. Here it comes. Oh, Irish able to block. And clubs Whipdog hard across the back, and that one did the damage now. Irish unable to capitalize with any more punishment. He's going to take a front face lock here. Try to keep Whipdog Johnson on the mat. Try to keep Whipdog Johnson away from using the speed and power advantage. Right down there on the mat, it doesn't matter if you're 6'5" or 5'6". Everybody is the same size, and the name of the game is wrestling. Get a hold, take a hold, keep your man down, see if he can break it. If he can't break it, break him. Try to get a cease or a 3 count. Right now, Irish Assassin going for his best. He's trying to use the weight. Lifts up, drops back down, puts all of his 280 plus pounds across the neck and the back of Whipdog Johnson. You can hear Whipdog screaming in pain. Whipdog looking for a way out. Trying to grab the arm. Whipdog wants to get to his knees to break the pressure. He goes the wrong way, ends up on his back. The shoulders aren't down. The referee's not counting. Whipdog sees the rope, and he does manage to get his foot on the rope, causing the break. Oh, Irish drops down on Whipdog Johnson with a double axe handle. Going after the leg now. It seemed like Irish Assassin had Whipdog Johnson with that front face lock across the neck, across the back, but now he's decided to go after the leg. He's just going high and low. I think he's a little confused on strategy here. Shoots Whipdog Johnson across the ropes and hits him with a drop kick. Whipdog stunned across the ropes, but I don't think Irish Assassin has Whipdog in any danger. Whipdog underneath, and boom, Whipdog with a flying leg kick. It looks like I was right. Whipdog Johnson had enough. He's done playing. He's going to go for that choke slam one more time, and let's see if he doesn't get it. He's got him by the goozle. Has the big man up and drops him down hard with the choke slam. 1, 2, 3. He got him. Whipdog Johnson gearing up to that United States Heavyweight Wrestling Championship Tournament with a big victory this week in the All-World Wrestling League.
As I sit back and I reminisce, and I think, and I remember watching Whipdog Johnson take on Dirge. Or was that Whipdog Johnson taking on Rastakhan? Well, it doesn't matter, because as far as I'm concerned, they're all bums. But who do I see? A masked man coming out, starts attacking Whipdog. A little grin gets to my face. And then all of a sudden, it's little Timmy Horner. Wow. You know, I make it a fact. I make it a promise. I make it a point not to interfere in anybody else's business. But that night, when I saw Dirge jump in and challenge Tim, I figured the super lover man has to make it his business. So me being the guy that I am, an opportunist, I jump in and I attack Dirge. But little did I know that I look over my shoulder and here comes Rastakhan. And here comes Rick Ragnarok. And the four of us commenced to laying a whooping on the two of them that hadn't been seen in the AWWL in months. So as the four of us walk out of the ring, I got to thinking. Even though Rastakhan parades around here as the heavyweight champ, and I'm the Midwest heavyweight champ, and I want that belt, I'm gonna leave it alone. Because they say the four of us together are a lot stronger than the four of us apart. So AWWL, what are you gonna do? What's gonna happen? You have four of the most ruthless individuals together. What can you do? Not a thing. The only thing that I'm gonna sit back and say to anybody trying to take anybody's belt that's dealing with the super lover man, you got another thing coming.
AWWL All-World Wrestling League Original Big Time Wrestling, and Randy West has requested this time right now for a special challenge match. She demanded Mr. X to come to the ring to face her this week. And you heard him right there. Mr. X not happy about it one bit. In this match, if Mr. X loses, he must remove that mask.
If you lose, the mask comes off. I will tell you something else. If in 10 seconds the referee doesn't come up, I'm still going to ring the bell. You're going to have to go in there, and I'll do the fight. Get in the ring, let's go.
Randy West delighted by the news that Mr. X seems to hate so much. This match was signed, sealed, and delivered. Mr. X signed the open contract, and Randy West added the addendum that If she wins the match, Mr. X loses the match. Now, we've heard Mr. X say he is the smallest competitor here in the All-World Wrestling League. He knows he's an underdog, and he knows he has a lot to prove. And one of the things he has to make up for is the fact that he has lost on numerous occasions to this competitor right here, former ladies champion, Randy West. And the fans, every opportunity they get, rub it in the face of Mr. X that he has lost to a woman. Or as they say, Mr. X lost to a girl. But believe me, that lady right there, no mere girl. She is a former women's champion. And she is one tough professional wrestler. But take nothing away from Mr. X. He has lasted this long in the AWWL, and he is in fact our smallest competitor by a long shot. AWWL, the land of the heavyweights. In fact, Mr. X and Randy West somewhat matched in size, and that's not a knock on Randy West. She's a small lady, but Mr. X is a small man. Oh, Mr. X going for a leapfrog. Randy West put on the brakes and levels Mr. X. We've got a referee in this match now. The match started so fast and furious we didn't have an official out here. The referee got tipped off and hustled out as quick as he could. Now, he's right on top of things, checking out. Whoa, Mr. X rakes the eyes to get out of the hold. That is definitely not a textbook Greco-Roman wrestling reversal. Mr. X with an inverted atomic drop to Randy West. Takes Randy across, hooks Randy up on a suplex. Mr. X now on top, started with that eye rake, and he is going to be as vicious comes, because believe me, there is a lot of history between Mr. X and Randy West. These are two competitors that do not care for each other one bit. What a unique neck breaker there. Turns her over. Oh, very nearly a 3 count. Mr. X has a lot to lose here. He has his identity to lose. Mr. X, I don't want to say he hides behind that mask, but that mask definitely gives him an identity. It gives him somebody to be out there in that ring. A psychological advantage, if you would. I imagine it's a bit of a confidence booster for Mr. X, who is working over the leg of Randy West. Randy close to the ropes, but she's choosing not to grab the ropes for a break. She's going to try to take the fighting way out, and if he grabs a hold, she's going to try to reverse it. Randy can get scrappy in that ring, and she can break the rules with the best of them, but she would prefer to fight fair every chance she gets. We saw her recently with a nice scientific wrestling match against the Alley Cat in the women's division. Now I suppose you could say we're in the intergender division. Anything can happen in the All-World Wrestling League, and it is this week. Randy made the challenge, Mr. X accepted, and we've got ourselves a feature match this week. Mr. X drives Randy down with a belly-to-back suplex on top for another cover. And Randy West is hurting. This is a much more aggressive Mr. X than we have seen in recent weeks. Oh, staying on top of the leg. We're going to have to take a break from the action shortly. We'll be back and we will bring you everything, including the conclusion of this match, coming up. All-World Wrestling League, and Mr. X is staying on top of Randy West. And he has had things going his way. Oh, up until now, ducking and a duck. And a high cross body press by Randy West. But that leg is still hurting. You can see her gripping that knee in pain. Just enough to roll on top and get a 2 count. What a spectacular comeback by Randy West. Mr. X now has had all of the wind knocked out of his body. Randy jumped up with all her might and landed on top of the chest of Mr. X. Gets a good old-fashioned fist to the breadbasket there. And boom, knee to the face. Mr. X could be knocked flat out. Randy drags into the center right where she wants him, but hard to capitalize, hard to get back on top because she's still feeling the effects of all of that damage that was done. She's going to look for her best wrestling hold now and see if she can get Mr. X to submit in the middle of the ring. Oh, nice bridge. And Randy has Mr. X hooked up solid, but nowhere to go. Mr. X reaching for that rope, but that rope might as well be a million miles away because he is hooked tight and we just might get a submission here. Oh, Randy without enough strength to hold on to that hold. That leg is still bothering her, and that move that she had applied takes so much strength to keep on for a very long time. She had to let go, but she's going for something else here. A head scissor with a spin, and she is dropping Mr. X up and down, bouncing him off the mat like a rag doll. Turns him over, has his shoulders down. Just a 2 count. Fans telling the referee that he needs to learn to count. It was a judgment call there, very close. In a match like this where there's so much on the line, the referee doesn't want to count fast. He wants to make sure that everything goes down the line, everything goes fair. Randy West with a nice fisherman suplex and only gets a 2 count. Nice display in this match of wrestling holds and counter holds so far. These two, not only do they have a dislike for each other, but they are really equally matched as far as agility and strength and size. But I do think the tenacity goes to Randy West. Oh! Jumping diamond cutter by Mr. X, but he's unable to roll over and get on top, or he might have a pinfall if he was able to get on top right there. The fans really favor Randy West. She is the 100% preference of this audience here in the All-World Wrestling League. She's just there tight, and she likes to excite these people and do her best. Randy West back in line for another shot at the AWWL Women's Championship. But this week she's got intergender action. Mr. X up to his feet, Randy up to her feet. Mr. X looking to maybe get the drop on Randy. Randy doesn't see. Now she sees him, ducks under. X hits the rope. He hit his throat on that rope. Russian leg sweep. Mr. X stumbled. He's stumbling. Randy looking to capitalize, and she is getting Mr. X hooked. She's got it hooked in the middle of the ring. The reverse DDT. That is Randy West pat hold, and if she can get on top, we're going to have history here in the AWWL. 1, 2, 3. Mr. X must unmask. What a grueling battle. What a big victory for Randy West. She may have finally shut the mouth of the wily Mr. X. Once and for all, he must unmask. Mr. X trying to refuse to take the mask off, but the referee's going to force him to do it. Whoa, wait a minute now. Mr. X with another mask underneath that one. He outsmarted Randy and drops her again on the mat.